Today, we are going to be going over how to get the Braytech RWP Mk Unique Legendary Scout Rifle. If this weapon looks familiar, it's because it's the legendary version of the exotic Polaris Lance Scout Rifle seen in many gameplay trailers and screenshots. Undoubtedly, you will need this legendary version in order to eventually get that exotic Polaris Lance. So, how do you get this weapon? Well, let's get started. What is up, guys? Rick Kakis here, and today, yes, we are going to be showcasing how to get the legendary version of the Polaris Lance. Now, this legendary version is actually pretty decent. It has Zen Moment and Triple Tap, both very good perks. Now, the Polaris Lance seems to be time-gated behind the Nascent Dawn questline. It's a questline where you can put data into servers. There's 5 servers, and this quest does have 5 parts. You can do one of these parts out of 5 each week. So after 5 weeks, presumably, we will get access to the Polaris Lance. Now, no one knows that for sure, but this is definitely what it seems like. So, what that means for you is that to gain access to this weapon, you have to have already completed Nascent Dawn Part 1 and be on Nascent Dawn Part 2. Now, if you haven't started this questline, you get Part 1 by simply doing the Sleeper Simulant quest. After starting the Data Transfer World Quest, which is available after you've beaten the Warmind campaign, and you get your first Aikilos weapon, the hand cannon, you go back to Anna Bray, and she will give you Nascent Dawn Part 1. This is a separate quest line then from the Sleeper. Like, you'll go one way to do the Sleeper quest, and Nascent Dawn is another thing. To do this quest line Part 1, all you need to do is 3 patrol missions, then you need to do a lost sector, and eventually you will end up simply finding a sleeper node. Activating this sleeper node will give you the data you need for the server. You go back, upload the data, talk to Anna Bray. There you've beat Part 1. Then you will have to wait, presumably, until a weekly reset. And 1 week later, that's why we're talking about this today on a Tuesday, you will gain access to Part 2 of the Nascent Dawn quest. Now, if you've already done that, you are caught up, and it means that Part 2 begins today with Reset, and you're going to start it by talking to Anna Bray. Doing so will give you a new quest step item, and if you go and look at this item in your pursuits category of your inventory, you can see that you need 25 javelin kills. Now, the javelin is really just the Valkyrie. It's when you throw the Valkyrie at an enemy. So to get this done, all you need to do is either start an escalation protocol and use up your armory codes on that Valkyrie spawn. Of course, you kind of don't really want to waste those, so you can always just wait around for a Warsat public event. That's what I did, as you can see in the background. There's a ton of javelins in that event, or Valkyries I should say, and it's very easy to get this entire quest step done in one public event. Remember, quick tip for you guys, you can simply travel to the same area, either Glacier or Braytech, and it will reload your instance. So if there's 5 other people in your instance all competing over a public event, all trying to get Valkyries, not a great thing. So just reload as the Warsat event is starting, and hopefully you can get in your own lobby and do this by yourself so you can quickly get this quest step done. Now, after getting those kills, the quest item is going to complete, and then you don't actually have to talk to Anna Bray. You just go in the same building, and that sword, that massive sword that's sticking out of the ground, that is going to be where you trigger the next step in this quest. However, you'll have to have done all the adventures in Hellas Basin, because you have to do a heroic adventure for this quest step. So, grab a fire team or by yourself and just make sure you do every single one of those adventures. Additionally, if you're behind, like if you haven't done Part 1 yet, quick tip again, make sure you do all the adventures. So when you get to Part 2, you won't have to do the adventures then. You've already done them. You just start on your merry way with the heroic adventure. Now, the heroic adventure is no joke. If you are solo, it could be a challenge, so going in with your fire team is a good idea. Now, very importantly, after you complete this heroic adventure, you don't go back to Ana Bray. There's actually no real indications of where you're supposed to go next. You actually have to inspect your quest item because that quest item is going to transform on the moment of completion, and then you have to go out and seek a sleeper node. Now this sleeper node doesn't seem to be random because everyone I was playing with got the same one, and it's in the Lost Sector in the Glacial Caverns area. So simply head down this cave and you're gonna actually travel past a few sleeper nodes. The one you're seeking is kind of near the back, as you can see right here. Once you collect this sleeper node, it will update the quest item again and then will prompt you to go back to Ana Bray. Again, you don't talk to her, you actually upload your information to the correct server. If you're on part 2, it'll actually be the second server along in a chain. Then you go and talk to Ana Bray and she will outright give you this new legendary scout rifle. And so, there you have it. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video and found it informative. If you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you guys want to see more Destiny 2 content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. And if you guys want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickKakis. That's linked in the description down below, as is my Twitch channel, which you can also follow. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.